day, I guess day 24 of the 30-day challenge. And today I want to talk a little bit about scales and energizing. So this is taking some of my tools that come from Therapeutic Touch, some a little bit from Touch for Health. They all come through the terminology of bioenergetic wellness, which means creating flow and balance within the body, but also within the field, so that your body has a chance to repair itself and maintain its health. So I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things for me. First of all, I want you to just, if you're standing, that's fine. If you want to sit, that's fine. I want you to turn your head to one side and see how far you can see and just feel what it feels like. Okay, so I'm going to turn and I can kind of get to my shoulder, but not much past it. Oh, and this side's a little tight. I can just feel it kind of in the line down here. Okay, I just wanted you to assess those two so you know what it feels like. Now, on a scale from 0 to 10, tell me where your energy is at. So you just think of a number. And I've been sitting at a computer for 6 hours on a meeting. So I'm going to say probably around a 3 or a 4 after all that time in front of the computer. Okay, so now what I want you to do is use your body pendulum that I taught you the other day. So if you just stand, I'll just move that a little bit. Okay, and then what I'm going to get you to do, I'm just standing on my feet. I'm just going to get you to think of the number from 0 to 10 where your energy is at, and your body will move when it tells you what it feels your energy is at. So I thought in my head 3, but now if I just stand and I go 1, 2, 3, I'm starting to waver a little bit, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I started to move around on 3 and definitely by 4. So it's between 3 and a 4. So my idea of what my energy is at is kind of congruent with what my body feels my energy is at. Okay, not to mention that it's a little bit after midnight on the East Coast, but I know it's still in the same day so that I could make my challenge on the West Coast. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to do a little activity, which is rubbing the ears, which I have done before, but we're now using a scale. We used the body pendulum. We asked the body how it was feeling, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do an energy tool that will help change the way the body's feeling. So one is, how was the neck, and what did you notice for range of motion? So you can go across to rub your ear. You can rub it on the same side. And I like to go behind. And if I'm turning my head to the left, then I'm going to hum at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to grab onto my ear. And just so you can see, I'm just going to give a little roll all the way from the top to the bottom 3 times. So I'm going to look to the left, and I'm just going to hum at the same time, and I'm going to rub my ear from the top to the bottom, and a little bit closer in, one more, okay, and now I'm going to turn my head to the other side and repeat that same action. And again, you could use the same hand to ear. You could come across. I just like to take it behind. Okay, so I'm looking across and bringing that down. And this one I'm talking this time. I could go 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, 4 + 4 is 8, 8 + 8 is 16. And that just gives me a little bit extra brain work. Okay, so now I want you to turn your head, see what your neck feels like now. I've got much more range, and I don't have that pain that was kind of coming down the neck. That's disappeared. So now if I feel, what is my energy level feeling like? Just from a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being the greatest. My energy is probably like a 5, maybe. 5, I think I would say. But now I'm going to ask the body using the body pendulum. So the body will shift when I get to the correct number. So I'm going to see if it's the same as what I'm thinking. If it's different, that's great. So 1, 2, 3. It's moving on 3. So I have not shifted much energetically, although I felt a little bit different. But now my body's telling me I probably could use a little bit more. Okay, so you see where you've gotten to. So if you've kept counting to see what your number gets you to, that'll be great. And then I'm going to add one more little energizer. So this one, and I am in my dining room tonight, so I'm just going to move that down. I'm just going to take my hand to my knee, and I'm just going to touch opposite hand to knee. And then what I'm going to do is take my foot behind me. So I'm touching my hand to my toe, which I know you can't see. I'm just going to bring this down, hand to my toe. So I'm going opposite hand to foot. And then I'm going to go sideways. So one hand goes up and the leg goes out. Okay, and I know you're looking to see what's happening. And I'm going to go across, opposite. So I'm not set up the greatest tonight just because of the way that my evening went with my meeting. Okay, so I have that. Oh, sorry. So now, how's my energy? My energy's definitely gone up. I feel like at least a 7. So now let's see what my body's doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So inside, having done that extra bit of movement, I could boost my energy that much. So I felt it as like a 7, and my body is telling me inside it's experiencing more like a 9. Okay, that's how I wanted to show you could use a couple different things. You have the ear rub, which we've done before. Increases range of motion, but it does a whole bunch of other things that are amazing. And I shared that before. Then we had, those were cross crawls, touching hand to knee, going to the side, going to the back. And the cross crawls integrate brain and body, which is really delightful, especially if you've been in front of a computer a lot, or you were reading a book or watching TV or whatever. And then the last is we used a scale, so 0 to 10, and we reassessed at the end, which is something we do in all of our sessions when we're working one-on-one sessions, or even when I'm teaching and I'm doing my group sessions. And then the last part is using the body pendulum to help tell us what the body would like to tell us. We have lots of ways of asking questions and getting information, but that one's a really simple one. How am I feeling? Where's my energy at? So, and you don't have to ask, where is my energy? You just think, energy, where are you? You just think, okay, I'm feeling like I'm a 7, and then you just check in with the body. If you're not sure that you're not directing the answer yourself from your head, because you said 7, then your body's just going to do that. You can actually place your hand at the base of the skull at the back, and that'll block the thinking from being attached to the pendulum. So you can also do that, and that will give you a reliable answer if you're worried your brain is controlling the answer. Okay, there's a little bit more about the body pendulum, muscle monitoring, and the tools that we use in the different modalities to assess and reassess and energetically shift things. So I hope that's been very helpful, and have a great sleep when you get there, and I'll see you on Sunday. Take care.